What's going on, guys? D-Legend here, back with a PSA return video. It's been a while since I've recorded any YouTube content because I've been so busy with life. School's been crazy busy. I just started a master's program in September and it's been really crazy busy, and then I'm still working full-time, and I recently kind of got a puppy, so it's just been one thing after another and there's been so much going on. But here we are with a PSA return video. This is from our my middleman submission as well as my own submission for the month of July 2022. And at the time it was an $18 per card sub. So obviously I charged a little bit more than that for my middleman services, but we did really amazing. So congrats to everybody that decided to sub through me. I think there's 5 different people that sub through me. So thank you guys for your patience. And honestly, it didn't take very long at all. It's like, again, like 3-month turnaround basically. So yeah, very epic indeed. Let's get started on this video. There's going to be some bangers. There's sports cards, there's Pokemon, there's Yu-Gi-Oh, there's other TCGs as well. So you guys are going to see a bit of everything. And starting off, let's go into some Pokemon first. So all these things kind of came in a massive pile, and I mean, like, in a massive box, but they were all scrambled, of course, because PSA does not know how to do their jobs properly with that. But this first stack here is for Disco Games, so definitely congrats to Disco on this Umbreon Gold, or Falling Star, Gold Star, from Celebrations. Another one, very nice indeed, and another one. So 3 copies of Umbreon Classic Collection Pop Series 5 from Celebrations. So that's awesome to start with. Next up we have not 1, not 2, but 3 Charizards from Celebrations. Obviously these things, modern Pokemon is pretty darn easy to grade, but PSA 10s for all 3 of these is epic. Congrats to Disco on those. Those are pretty solid money, for sure. Next up we have some Greninjas, I believe. These ones didn't do quite as well, for whatever reason. I'm pretty sure just the holo it's easy to scratch up compared to other Pokemon cards, so that's one thing, but I'm sure he has some swirls in some of these. I can't really, I'm not going to go through them because it's going to take too much time, but yeah, some of these probably just have some scratches on the surface of the holo. So 9, 9, a 10, and an 8, so a bit of everything there, but that's all good. 110 at least for his collection, or just, I'm not sure if he's going to sell all these or if he's going to keep some of them for his collection. But yeah, next up we have a Charizard V-Star, Rainbow Secret Rare. This is interesting because it got a 9. I think possibly because, I actually don't know, maybe Touch of Whitening somewhere, but I thought it was a 10 candidate. And it's pretty hard to not grade 10s for modern Pokemon, to be honest with you. So especially cards like Charizard. So I don't know, I guess they're picky for Charizards more than anything, but yeah. Next up we have a Poliwag from Skyridge. This is a reverse foil that he just decided to throw into the submission. I don't know what's wrong with it. I didn't really see anything with it, but I also did not look super closely at it. Touch of Whitening there, I mean, I guess. But yeah, they don't usually let these things slide for like older cards from Pokemon. So yeah, next up we have a Special Delivery Bidoof. This is awesome because it obviously features Charizard and has that big swirl right there. So congrats to Disco on that. That's a pretty big card, actually. I don't know the exact value of it, but pretty darn epic. I'm not even going to make piles of 10s and 9s and 8s right now because they're already sorted for each person and I don't have the time to go through them again. But next up, a Pokemon Celebrations Full Art Mew. This is the Gold Secret Rare. Really epic card. And I actually have one of these in the submission later as well. So he got a 9 on his. Unfortunately, again, I don't know why. I think probably just centering is it's just a tilted card. So, I mean, left side border is slightly thinner than the right side, but I don't know why else. Like, there's no real centering issues. I think that's between 60-40, but next up we have a Weiss Schwartz, Japanese Scarlet Witch from Marvel, obviously. So really cool to see this as a PSA 10. It looks amazing. I really like this card, actually. That texture is amazing. Look at that, just goes in a circle. Wow, very nice card. That's what it looks like, by the way, on the back, in case you guys were interested. I don't know if he's selling any of these, like I said, but beautiful card. Congrats. Next up we have a couple of Flesh and Blood cards. So we have Go Bananas. It's a Mighty Ape Rainbow Foil promo. This one got a mint 9, and then he also has a Crazy Brew promo from the Armory event season 3, full art, cold, don't know that FL stands for, But yeah, pretty cool cards. I'm sure these are somewhat rare because he wouldn't have graded them if otherwise. But yeah, first Flesh and Bloods cards that I've ever graded, actually. So that's pretty cool to see a 9 out of 10. Next up, he has a couple of Dark Magician Girls from the Lost Art promo. This is the Ian 19 version, which is the original copy. Just some foil scratches there, as you can see. The other time that we graded these for... Don't remember who I graded them for recently, but with the Ian 35 promo, I think it was for Dzoff. His copy that got a 10, definitely, like from, I think it was an Ian 35, had the same kind of scratches on the hollow, and it still got a 10. So I'm really not sure how they are with consistency with grading Lost Art promos. But this modern like foiling on Lost Art promos is the same kind of foiling that they use for like the reprint LOB, MRD, all that stuff. So that's why those cards don't really get great grades. With the Ultra Rare specifically, the secrets are fine. And same with the Supers. Supers and Ultras don't really do that well. Another Dark Magician Girl PSA 9. This one is an Ian 35 copy. This one looks a Euro though to me. It's just darker. I mean, maybe it is just darker compared to the original print, but I believe it's a Euro copy. And same with this one. Euro copy, but this one got a 10, so that's pretty cool. Very nice to see these cards get solid grades overall. I don't think he got anything lower than an 8 on that one random Umbreon, so congrats to Disco Games. Check them out on Instagram if you guys haven't done so already. And thank you for grading through me, my friend. Moving on, let's go into some cards. These are all Yu-Gi-Oh! For Jape TCG. So he's got some Portuguese cards actually. So let's start off with this. We have a Thousand Dragon Portuguese first edition secret rare. Not that rare as it's Portuguese obviously, but pretty cool. I thought there was a bit of a foil. There you go. You can see it right there in this lighting right here. There's a foil bleed on it like throughout the card. That's a really nice looking card. Ended up getting a PSA 9. That's pretty solid. I didn't really look too closely at these cards to see what was wrong with them. I'm pretty sure it's just centering though, from right to left. Right border is definitely thinner than the left. We have a Time Wizard PSA 8, also Portuguese. Very nice indeed. But yeah, just unfortunate that it got an 8. I'm not sure why exactly. But moving on, another Time Wizard. This one got a 9 though. That's pretty solid. I think he'll probably keep one of these and sell the other. That's what I would do at least. But Mago do Tempo. That's my best Portuguese right there. Next up, we have a very hard name to pronounce in Portuguese. Coribo. I'm just kidding, it's Coribo. This one got a mint 9. Pretty solid card. It's a really nice card to have because it's, again, same exact artwork, same name. So that's pretty cool. I mean, if I were to pick this or like a Korean reprint version or like something like that, like I would 100% pick the Portuguese version. Red Eyes Black Dragon from Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1. He's a Red Eyes fan for sure. You can tell from the next few cards that he said. But this one got a Gem Mint 10 from the Dual Terminal. Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1. So that Dual Terminal rarity, pretty epic. Congrats on that. Next up, he has another Red Eyes. This one is a Prismatic Art Collection Alternate Art Secret Rare version of the Red Eyes. I really like this artwork of Red Eyes actually. And I would love to see the Prismatic version in... or like, yeah, the prismatic version of this in the Japanese version. And I would love it for myself, obviously, but yeah, this is an epic card. Congrats to Jape on that one. And then more Red Eyes. So he has another Red Eyes. This one is from the Prismatic Art Collection, just the ultra rare version. And it's technically an alt art, but really cool. He's also got another Red Eyes, Prismatic Art Collection secret rare from the Japanese set. That's a really nice looking secret rare. And he has a Blue Eyes LOB reprint from the Korean LOB set, but very cool to see Blue Eyes, even though this is a Korean version and not worth that much, maybe like 50 bucks max in a PSA 10, I don't know. And then a PSA 9, so this one's probably worth like 20 bucks, to be honest with you, but really cool to see regardless. And congrats to Jape on those solid grades. You did really well overall, and I will be sending these off to you in the near future. By the way, Disco, you're gonna come pick up your cards, I think, right? So let me know, but yeah. Moving on, let's go into some sports cards really quick. These are for my friend Mikey from Toronto in Canada. Oh, I really spoiled some of the grades, but he already knows the grades because I told him, but I didn't really tell him. I just told him he had nothing to worry about. This is a Nick Robertson autograph Future Watch SP Authentic card. So that is a Gem Mint 10 numbered to 999, so 739 out of 999. That's pretty epic. Congrats on that PSA 10. Next up, another copy of this card. This one is numbered 961 out of 999. Obviously, like the cooler numbers like 999 or like 1 out of 999 would be really cool, but really epic to see these cards. They're probably pretty pricey, to be honest with you. Next up, another Nick Robertson, but this one's just the Young Guns version, another PSA 10. We have an Anton Lundell, Young Guns. Very nice indeed as well. And a Dawson Mercer, PSA 10. All PSA 10s, like I said, so congrats to you, my friend. Moritz Cedar, PSA 10. Another Young Guns, a Vesely Podkolzin, plays for the Canucks, it looks like. Bowen Byram from the Avalanche. And then we have Michael Bunting from the Coyotes. And another copy. And another copy. So that, like, sports cards went really well for Mikey here. Congrats to you, Mikey, on all your epic cards. I don't know too much about hockey, to be honest. Like, I watch it here and there, playoff Oilers, but because I'm from Edmonton. But other than that, guys, like, not a hockey fan whatsoever. Basketball and soccer are my sports that I watch and play. So yeah, thank you, Mikey, for grading through me. Congrats on your entire perfect Gem Mint submission, all PSA 10s for all 10 of your cards. So that's huge. Congrats to you. I'm sure you're gonna make some good money off these, and you're gonna add some epic cards to your collection as well. So that's awesome. Congrats, my friend. And moving on, we're gonna go into the last middleman submission from this submission before we go into my cards. Let's go into this first. So this is for Spanko Yu-Gi-Oh! Check him out. He's a pretty cool Yu-Gi tuber and does some epic deck profiles and does some discussions about Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. Does a few pack openings here and there as well. So really cool content. Check him out for sure. Another fellow Canadian. So always happy to help out fellow Canadians. But this is the second card that he graded through me. This is an LB reprint. Blue Eyes, just like the one that Jape's been grading as well. But the big card that he submitted through me is this beautiful Black Rose Dragon Ghost Rare. Unlimited, but like epic card. Look at that beautiful foiling. Like, it just looks so crisp and nice. And it's really well centered for the most part. Barely off left to right and top to bottom, but like not enough, in my opinion, to knock it down a grade. The back looks immaculate. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. When I looked at it the first time, I didn't really take it out of the card saver that he really sent it to me in, but it looks really solid. So all I have to say is congratulations, Spanko. You did amazing, Aladdin, and you got yourself a PSA 10 Black Rose Dragon. That is amazing. That's a really big card. This card did not get upcharged through PSA this time for whatever reason. I'm happy with that. I'm sure Spanko's happy about that as well. But this card, if it got upcharged, I'm sure it could go up to like the economy tier for at least $1,000. Like, they would probably charge the economy tier for this specific card. Maybe because they saw it was unlimited, it wasn't worth as much to them. But I'm sure that people would pay big money for this card in Unlim in PSA 10 for sure. So congrats, Spanko. That's probably the biggest card in the entire submission, I'd say, other than maybe those Nick Robertson autos. I don't know what those are worth. I don't know approximate market value for those, but this card's probably close to $1,000, I'd say. That's just my guess. I'm maybe even more. I really don't know. I'm not in the market for this specific card, but really epic card. I would love to have one day as well. Maybe first ed, like PSA 8, but yeah, epic card to see in PSA 10, even though it's unlimited. So congrats, Spanko, and I will be sending those off to you shortly, as soon as possible. And then moving on to my favorite part of the submission, because these are my cards. I have quite a few cards actually that are my own. And yeah, let's just get started with the Pokemon first and the sports, and then we'll move into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Because you guys are here for Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm sure. All right, so first off, we have a Galarian Slowking V. This got a PSA 10, a really nice card. Alternate art, of course, from Chilling Reign. Really nice to see. For these, I will put them in piles for myself, because they're my cards, so I don't have to worry about getting them mixed up or whatever with the other things. I didn't even talk about this one. This one's Tornadus V from Chilling Reign, the alternate art as well. It got a PSA 9, not sure why. Like, again, Really nothing wrong with the card. And again, modern Pokemon is really easy to grade, so I don't know why that got a 9, but oh well. Next up, we have a Rayquaza V. I knew this would get a 9, possibly even an 8 just because the centering is so bad, but it's a really beautiful card. I really like the texturing on it, and honestly, I low-key prefer this art over the VMAX art. It just looks super clean to me. I don't know who this is, honestly. Like, I don't know who the trainer is, but it's a really cool looking card in alternate art, and I pulled these both in the same booster box from the first booster box I've ever opened for Pokemon, and it was Evolving Skies. Got it for retail at the time, and like right before release actually, and ended up pulling both these as well as a Medicham V alternate art as well, so that was epic, and I'm very happy with it, with that box in general, but with the way that they graded as well. So yeah, moving on, a Radiant Charizard from Pokemon Go. This is nice, very nice. Again, pretty easy to grade modern cards, but cool to see nonetheless. I'm gonna keep one of these for myself and sell the other probably. The other alternate arts are for sale other than Rayquaza. Mew. This one I also got a PSA 9 on, just like the one that Disco sent in. I really don't know why. I thought this was a strong card for a PSA 10. I guess maybe centering from bottom to top is slightly off, but that's literally the only thing. And I don't know. I don't think it's off enough to make it a PSA 9, but oh well, we'll take it, I guess. I thought this was a guaranteed 10, to be honest with you, but we'll take it, I guess. So far, 3 of each, 9 and 10. And then next up, we have 2 sports cards. So this is a LaMelo Ball rookie ticket with a jersey patch. So this is a pretty cool card because LaMelo Ball, obviously, rookie of the year last year. And really solid player in general. But being his rookie card, it is pretty epic. This is a really interesting slab as well because it's actually a thick slab compared to a regular card. It's like double the thickness, basically. Just about. So yeah, very cool to see. And this actually got a PSA 9, so I'm okay with that, I guess. Obviously 10 sell for more, and I think I'll probably sell this, to be honest with you. I don't have any crazy sentimental value attached to it, so I will probably sell that. This, on the other hand, is an Isaiah Stewart Genesis, Mosaic Genesis. So if you guys aren't familiar with sports cards, Genesis are very rare, and they're pretty much 1 per case, so think about it like a ghost rare. This is a retail specific rarity, so you can get these in big box stores, but really rare rarity, and it's a rookie card for a really promising young player in Isaiah Stewart. So yeah, this was a Genesis, and it got a PSA 9, which I am okay with as well. I might keep this one for my personal collection because I do think it's pretty nice, and I did pull this myself, so pretty epic to see. Moving on though, let's keep it going. This is, we're taking a break from my stuff for 1 second here. This is a Red Dragon Archfiend from the Duelist Genesis, Ultimate Rare. Gorgeous Ultimate Rare pop. If you guys didn't know already, Euro Print GX is basically the equivalent to NA Print 5Ds for the first few sets of 5Ds. For whatever reason, I don't know why Upper Deck did that, but look at the way this pops. It looks basically like a Euro GX Ulti. Because they printed the same way, and then the Euro Altis from the first few sets of 5Ds are actually flatter than this, so it's very interesting to see the inverse happen for 5Ds, how the turntables have turned. But this is a gorgeous card. I pulled this for Webfu in my box break for the Duelist Genesis, and he bought 3 mini boxes, so he was very, very, very fairly compensated with this beautiful Red Dragon Archfiend. Congrats to you, my friend. Extremely clean, pack fresh, like I said. And like I pulled myself, obviously a bit of a Euro stamp there, but yeah, this ended up getting a PSA 10. That's another huge card, even though it's unlimited. Amazing card to add to his collection, I'm sure. So congrats to you, Webfu. I'm gonna leave this off to the side for you, and then we're gonna continue on with my stuff. All right, these things are kind of out of order as well, but we're gonna keep going. This is an Elemental Hero Storm Neos from the Phantom Darkness. First edition, very nice card. PSA 9, unfortunately, but beautiful card nonetheless. I will probably sell this copy, and you'll see why in a second here. Next up, we have an Elemental Hero Aqua Neos from Power of the Duelist. This is the last Neos fusion I needed from Power of the Duelist, so really nice to see. I bought this raw, graded myself, and ended up getting a PSA 10, so that's awesome. Very nice to add to my Neos collection. Same with this guy, another card that I bought raw. I bought both these copies. I buy like a lot of these cards raw if I don't pull them myself. and I decided to grade them, and I got another PSA 10. So obviously not easy to hunt down these cards, but very nice to see that they work out sometimes. That's another pretty cool 10 to see, indeed, because Phantom Darkness is such a rare set. Like, it really, really is. Even for super rares, like, it's not, like, they're not easy to find. Neospace, Ultimate Rare from Power of the Duelist as well. I didn't think this would get the grade it ended up getting, for a few different reasons. There's, like, a bit of scratching on the back, and then centering isn't, like, perfect, but it's pretty solid. There's no whitening, though, that I noticed, and there's, like light scratches on the back kind of throughout the card. I guess they didn't really take that into consideration, which is very nice of them. And I'm getting a PSA 9, which is awesome because it's for my personal collection anyways, and we're one fewer hero card away from finishing up my hero collection, so that's awesome to see indeed. Even though it's 9, I am very happy with that. Moving on, we have a Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon. This card I pulled myself as well, in actually the same hotel room that I pulled the Rayquaza VMAX in, but just at different times because they came out at different times, I think. But I actually, yeah, in High Level, which is a town in Alberta, in Canada, I was staying at the same hotel. Actually, maybe not the same hotel room, but the same hotel. I pulled this as well. I stopped at Walmart, bought a couple, like, I think I bought like 5 blisters. I opened 2 of them, and I pulled this in my first pack from the first blister. So this card is epic, and I'm a huge fan of Crystal, or of Clearwing Synchro Dragon, so really cool to see its counterpart in Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Even though it's a really cheap card these days, it's a really cool ghost rare to see, in and obviously, because I pulled it myself, it's awesome. But the only problem with this is all this stuff on the back. Like, I don't understand how PSA does their QC, because, like, what is that? Like, please tell me, like, that, I can't just, okay, that was my fingerprint, but what is that? Like, that just looks like it's super scratched up, and I don't think I can get that off. So I might have to hit PSA up and be like, what is that? Like, who, like, it just looks so damaged. I just don't want to deal with their CRC process, because it's such a hassle to get them recased and stuff, and it just takes forever, and they might damage your card in the process. So I don't know if I'm going to deal with that, but it's not really coming off. So there's also, like, just lines across the entire case here, because that's not on the card. I know for sure that's not on the card. There was a bit of waxing on the card, but, like, as you can kind of tell, but the case itself is just so damaged, considering it's straight out of PSA. So not happy with that, but I'm happy with the grade. Moving on, we have a number 96 Dark Mist. This one I might keep for myself. I might sell. I don't know for sure yet. I'm probably just going to sell it because I do have another copy. I did pull this one myself, though, and it is a beautiful Ultimate Rare from Order of Chaos. Anyway, PSA 10. Very nice card indeed. And he plays a decent role in Zexal, so that's pretty cool to see, actually. Next up, we have a Wind-Up Carrier Zenmaity. This is also from Order of Chaos. I pulled these from the same distributor box, I believe. This is a nice Ultimate Rare as well. And ended up getting a PSA 10. So happy with that. That one will be for sale as well. Next up, we have a Prophecy Destroyer, the last of my Zexal Altis, I believe. Actually, maybe not, but one of the last Zexal Altis in this submission. This is from Return of the Duelist. I bought this raw, graded it myself, and ended up getting a PSA 10. Beautiful card. Really, really big fan of it. Of the artwork, and, like, just how much it reminds me of Magic the Gathering, even though I have no experience with Magic. It just looks so ominous and, like, you know, like, so deadly. It's a really cool card, and I think it's an Euro print, to be honest with you, because the copy that I pulled in my box break with my first edition Return of the Duelist box break it didn't look like that. Like, the copy that I pulled for someone did not look like that, so cool to see. Anyways, we have some more cards for myself now. The last batch from this submission, so thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys are still watching, let me know in the comments below, by the way, what your favorite card is. This is Elements of Hero Rampart Blaster, one of the last heroes I needed for my personal collection for heroes, and I ended up getting a PSA 9. I got this from Blue TCG, so huge shout out to Blue for selling me his copy and then replacing it with a different copy. I basically just paid him the TCG player price at the time, which was like 18 bucks, I think, and very happy with the way it turned out, because I don't think it's a crazy expensive card, but it's a really cool card to just have in my collection because it's a hero card that I needed for sure. Next up, we have an Elements of Hero Wild Wingman. This one is from Enemy of Justice, and it's a super rare, so nothing too special, but I actually got this card from Spellcaster Circle. He sent it to me for absolutely free, which is really very nice of him. Ended up getting a PSA 10, so thank you to Spellcaster Circle. This is like a really low-key holo, but it's a really cool card. And again, part of the hero collection that I need to finish up. So next up we have Darkblade the Dragon Knight from Rise of Destiny, first edition. It's a North American print copy and just looks really nice. All Rise of Destiny cards, obviously the alties at least, have like waxing going down the back, and they're pretty heavily stamped with their ulti stamps. So this ended up getting a 9, unfortunately. I'm kind of disappointed about that because I thought it would be 10 worthy just based off the way that RDS is usually graded, but maybe we got a bit of a hard, like a harsh grader this time around. Not the end of the world though. Pretty cool card for my personal collection. Next up we have a Fusilier Dragon, the dual mode beast from Rise of Destiny as well. Same thing with this one, immaculate shape other than the waxing on the back there. You can't really get that waxing off, by the way, even if you try to rub it off or whatever. So yeah, really nice card to see in Ultimate Rare, and it just pops. It's a really nice looking card, so I will probably keep that. I don't know if I'll sell it yet. We'll see. Next up we have a Starlight Rare, the first Starlight that I've ever pulled, and it's from Dawn of Majesty. So Anti-Human Intelligence Messiah. Very cool Starlight Rare. I mean, it's probably the worst Starlight Rare to pull out of that set, but in terms of value at least, but it's a Starlight Rare nonetheless, and I wanted to keep it in my personal collection and grade it for my personal collection because it's the first Starlight I've ever pulled. So got a PSA 10, slightly off-center right to left, but I am okay with a 10 for my personal collection. Starlight Rares are cool. They're really, really cool rarities, so I am with it. I'm with it indeed. Next up, one of my last cards here, Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon. Originally a prize card from Worlds, but this got reprinted in Battles of Legend, Armageddon. So really cool to see this card get a PSA 10. Very nice indeed. I'm a huge fan of this card actually, so I don't know if I'm going to sell this or keep it yet, but we'll see. Next up, a number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon from Primal Origin. I pulled this out of, I think, some loose packs. Yeah, no, I got a few loose packs from a store. Some were first ed, some were unlimited. One was a Euro print pack. They had an assortment of Primal Origin packs for whatever reason. Go check out that video. I'll probably pop up a little thing here if I remember. But it was a really random opening. But I pulled this and I got a PSA 10. I didn't expect it to get anything less than a PSA 10. So yeah, very nice card to have. I'm probably going to sell this copy because I have a PSA 10 on first edition copy. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. By the way, I did pull this one myself as well from my one and only box of Battles of Legend Armageddon that I opened at the time. Next up, we have a number C32 Shark Drake Vice. I actually did not pull this. I bought this raw. I bought 2 copies from the same seller. Traded one to my friend, the Panda Duelist, and kept this one for myself. Got a PSA 10. Really nice to see. Nothing wrong with it, so I didn't expect anything less than a PSA 10, but really cool card. Next up, we have an Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon. This card was actually pulled by Billy's Card Vault in our pack battle of Clash of Rebellions, and the packs were originally like I owned them, and then I shipped him half of the packs, and he actually ended up pulling this as well as a Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, which got damaged in my other PSA sub, but you guys can see the outcome of that in another video that I did recently actually. But yeah, this Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon is the cover card of Clash of Rebellion, so which is why I wanted it in Ultimate Rare. Really cool card, and I'm getting PSA 10. Very happy with it. I think they damaged it though. Like they kind of like flipped it up a little bit there. Like they probably pinched it a little bit when they were trying to get it sorted, because that was not there beforehand. Like, so I'm kind of disappointed about that, but PSA obviously has quality control issues every now and then. I don't see any other major issues with it, so I guess I'm okay with it, but obviously not an ideal situation. And yeah, PSA really should handle cards better than they do, even though they do a massive quantity of cards. It's okay, it's for my personal collection. We'll see how it goes. Moving on, an Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, also from Arc 5. This is a card from Dimension of Chaos. I bought, I think, 12 loose packs of Dimension of Chaos packs, and I ended up pulling 1 super rare as well as an ultimate rare. This was it. This was the ultimate rare. I'm really happy with it, though. It's an Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. Beautiful ultimate rare. And it's an Odd Eyes card. Got a PSA 10 in as well, so that's really cool to pull it myself and to grade it myself. Next up, the last few cards in my submission for myself. Number 39, Utopia, Collector's Rare from King's Court. It was kind of random for it to be in King's Court, in my humble opinion, but cool card to see in this rarity. This card got a Starlight Rare right before this printing of this card, so it was very interesting to see them print it multiple times in different rarities, but I mean, it's a tribute to how cool Yuma was in Zexal and how cool this card was in Zexal. So really nice looking card. I'm a big fan of collector's rares, not this one specifically as much as the others that I'm about to show you, but really cool 10 as well. And I thought I would get a 10. Like, I actually got it from my friend Snow Vapor on Instagram, so very nice indeed. I think I traded for it. Queen's Knight, the first of the 3 knights from King's Court, originally from Elemental Energy, but this rarity is gorgeous on this card, and I'm a huge fan of it. Got a PSA 10 for Queen's Knight. Very happy with that because it is one of 3 that we graded in consecutive certs. We got King's Knight next. This card I pulled myself. I bought Queen's Knight off someone. I don't remember who. I think I bought it at least. I don't think I pulled it. So yeah, King's Knight. Pulled this one myself. I remember that pulling it and thinking how much of an improvement they made over the Toon Chaos Starlight Rare. I mean, collector's rares, in my opinion. It kind of looks like a Starlight Rare in the right lighting. Like, look at that. Like, just look at the borders and like the way it just shines so nicely. Wow. I should probably show this one off in that lighting as well. Wow. They look so good. Big fan. Got a PSA 10. I forgot to show you even. And then the last one, Jack's Knight, another PSA 10. So I'm really happy with that because consecutive certs and consecutive numbers for the set itself. So really cool to see Kings, Queens, and Jack's Knight all together. One happy family. Look at that. Look at that beautiful rarity. Really cool set. I can't afford the Ultimate Rare set, but I can afford the Collector's Rare set. I bought this one as well, or traded for it from my old PSA middleman, my first middleman that helped me before I started being a middleman for other people and grading for myself. And I traded him for some Pokemon stuff, I think. Next up, we have a Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, one of 2 copies. This is the last card in the submission, so yeah, Ghost Ogre, Snow Rabbit. Pulled this myself from Crossfolds. I actually originally pulled 3 copies of this, and then I sold one before I had the playset. So I pulled these 2 out of blisters. From the same batch of blisters, actually. So really cool to see these both get PSA 10s. And honestly, people think that I'm crazy for grading these cards, but I think that like over time, the original printing of this set of this card will go up in price significantly in PSA 10 quality, because people are going to come back to these cards and be like, wow, I missed the good old days, and these cards were iconic at the time. Other than Ash from Maximum Crisis, I think that Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit is the second best hand trap. But yeah, cool to see them in PSA 10s. I will probably sell one and keep the other. I don't know exactly yet. We'll see. But yeah, that's basically the end of the submission, guys. Obviously, I did really well with my sub for the most part. Nothing under a 9. So that's pretty good. And overall, I think the gem rate was about 68%, which is pretty solid. Not 85% like my last bulk sub from the $30 tier at the time for value, $30. But yeah, for 18. But yeah, like I was saying, I ran out of memory. But yeah, like I was saying, for the $18 tier, and for like just the way it went, it was pretty solid, and I'm very happy with how it turned out overall for every one of my middleman clients, and I'm sure they're going to be happy to see their grades as well. Nothing under a PSA 8, I think, is the lowest grade we got for anything, and that was for the Umbreon, as well as maybe one of the Portuguese cards, I think the Time Wizard. So yeah, overall, very, very solid sub. Thank you guys for grading through me. If you guys are interested in my middleman services for PSA grading submissions, hit me up on Instagram at dlegend_Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know if I'll be able to do them as frequently as I have been recently, but we'll probably do one more before the end of the year, and then we'll see from there going forward. But yeah, we have another batch coming back in the near future as well, so stay tuned for that. And I don't think I've even uploaded the video for that one yet, for the actual submission rather than the return. So I'll do that in the near future if I have time. I've already recorded it, obviously, because I sent it in like a month ago. I just haven't uploaded it yet. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Catch you all soon. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. And check out my links down below. Keep using my promo code for what's it called, for yourplaymat.com. They make amazing custom sleeves and playmats, so definitely check them out. They do an amazing job. My code on that website, you can just click the link below to get 10% off immediately off anything you purchase, or you can use my code DLegend10YP at checkout. You'll see the everything, all the details in the description below. But thank you guys for using my affiliate code. I keep forgetting to mention that, but it's really going well, and it's definitely helping to pay for some of the content that you see on the channel. So catch you all soon, guys. Peace out.